or yeah, we're live. Not yet. No, we are. Okay. All right. Cool. All right.
So once again, we started a little late. That's our bad. My name is Bryce.
My name's Chris.
All right. So we're streaming UCD today. We just went and saw the analysis of Tesla stock valuation in recent market fluctuations by Mate Summer. He did a wonderful presentation. My favorite part, I say, was the questions. And it got a little like, so what do you think about Elon Musk? And not gonna lie, I kind of threw a little bit of a more volatile question in there because I wanted to see some more.
Yeah. I think my favorite part was probably when they started talking about the other cryptocurrency. I think it was RXP.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little funny part in there.
Like they get some crypto bros in the back. He was like, "Hey, my financial advisor in the back over there. They're not like all the others."
Yeah.
Even the Professor Hofton, his sponsor, he was like, I didn't promote that. And I was like, it was funny.
Here we have coming up is Local Politics for Dummies by Micah. I don't know her last name.
Micah Magday.
Okay. How do you think that was going to go?
I think it's going to be really interesting. I know a lot of people are very uneducated about politics, especially me. So this might be just what I need.
I mean, what a title name, Local Politics for Dummies. I mean, like Bryce said, I don't really know politics that well, so hopefully this. I mean, I'm here to learn as well too, so this is gonna be good for us, people in the stream. So,
yeah, I mean, we got 8 minutes, so we got time to kill.
Yeah.
No. I heard some of the other ones are pretty good today. Have you heard about any of the UCD things today? Or
I heard about Ram Jam. I heard Ram Jam.
Oh, Ram Jam was a lot of fun. Yeah. I went and visited that for a burger.
Oh, they had food there?
Yeah, they had food there, bro. You didn't notice all the tables?
Yeah, I should have gone.
No, they had burgers, they had hot dogs, they had ice cream.
Explain like Ram Jam for people that don't know.
So Ram Jam is basically like it's like a celebration on UCD Day. For those who don't know, it's University College Day, where we have all our students interested in presenting their ideas and other projects they've been working on over the years. And but basically, we had field houses, all tabling events, food, dining, music, lots of fun, a bunch of entertainment.
Yeah. And is there actually like you said singing night? Is there singing there? I heard there was gonna be like karaoke there.
Yeah, I didn't know about karaoke, but I know that there was some people going off of poems or something. Poetry.
So kind of like that refresher yesterday.
Yeah, kind of like that. But yeah, there probably was karaoke. There was music. I heard a piano going inside. It was bustling with people. I'll tell you that.
I mean, I've never been to a UCD. At my old school, there wasn't anything like this, so this is my first time for something like this. And I think it's pretty cool that they actually let students such as Micah present stuff to other students. I think it's able to reach out to other people, especially people that don't know politics. I love this title name. I can't get over the title name, but this is going to be a really good thing for the people that are here, and like I said, people in the live stream.
But we'll go ahead and start cutting out to them because let's start. So sorry. Do you need a crew here or not?
Way better than ours was.
Really? Yeah. Collie came in here and she got hurt. Because we got here like the second it started. Like we like we're not using it. We couldn't in this room. It wouldn't work because
But if you want to, why don't have electric bed? I'm so sorry.
You got it. You got it.
Wait, wait, you guys. Today, this is my Connect Day, and this project has grown out of a project in my advanced study class that she's taking this semester. So it's Laura Blair. I wonder where. And you know, it's too long. Especially if you're training it, it's going to go like 5 hours. And the school year. And you're really pushing it because it's like hitting it. I am pretending to be a judge that's Houston last season. I was supposed to last semester, but I don't know what they call it anymore. Because I'm sorry about that. Just last September, there was a man, a high schooler, an 18-year-old, and his name is Aaron Jordan. And he was charged because his hair was too long. He was a black student, and he was wearing his hair in locks. And I was showing some pictures in my presentation. I should have worn it. And it was just ridiculous. Instead of focusing on serving the community, the judge focused on policing this young boy. And he can even score now. Well, he goes to school, but he was suspended, and he wasn't actually, living the senior life that he should have. So that's why local politics is so important. You need to know who is in charge, who's in the front wheel, because I know we can all just lay back and be like, oh, the world is horrible right now. But that's because y'all are looking at national, on the national. And honestly, yeah, it's really scary. And I'm not saying the national level politics doesn't affect us. It definitely does. This is not what this presentation is about. I just want y'all to know and be educated about local politics, what you can do in your area right now. Okay. So, who the hell are you, Micah, and why are you looking at this? Because it does not take God's wisdom to know I am not a political science major. Nor am I going to law school. I am a mass comm major, and I want to be a journalist. And I really am passionate about informing people about things like this to control what you can control. I'm just a very passionate citizen, and I hope y'all will be passionate at the end of this too. So, first, what is local government? Let's look at this board definition. Local government is an organized entity which, in addition to having governmental character, has sufficient expression in the management of its own affairs to distinguish it as a separate from any other structure of any other governmental unit. And when I heard that, I was like, it doesn't take that much to say what it is. Texas is Fort Worth, Texas is divided into counties. Okay, and we're in Harris, and we're in the Fort Worth area. So, and we are divided into districts, and our local government is going to cover things that I'm going to cover on the next slide. They handle trash and recycling, animal control. Funny story, I live in Arlington, not in Fort Worth, but my dog, we got a letter from the city of Arlington saying my dog runs around so much. So, and because my grandma goes in my garden, she must have not me. Water and sewage, city planning, I love that sound. Education, police and fire, economic development, libraries, local legislation, parks and recreational facilities, and, and local judiciary policies. So, do you think local policy plays a big part in your everyday life? You're looking at this list? Mm-hmm. Thank you for the conclusion. And how many people? Oh, let me explain it first. I have a whiteboard. I have Jane's gift cards available for the wedding, and there's a hoop at the end of this. But there's also kind of like you also play Mario. If you answer my questions throughout the presentation right, you get 500 points now. So if you're really doing really good, hoop, but you didn't quite get first, if you get 500 points now, you can add to it. So my first question is. Completely exercise your rights to vote. How many times should you be voting over a few years? Regular. Raise your hand. 20. 20. Good guess. Olivia. 7 is correct, Olivia. Olivia, you get 500 points. I don't even think she likes games. Now think about this. The turnout to local politics, to local elections, is 15 to 27%. That is horrible. And it's just because people aren't very educated. And like, look at all these things that they control. The people who are voting, 30 to 36 of them, 30 to 36% of them are more affluent like citizens. They're rich. So, the ones that are 65 and older makes up 20% or 20 or those who are 65 and older are 7 times more likely to go out and vote. So, if Susan, who is 70 years old, not is voting on what public transportation should be for school, do you think it'll be representative? We are not being represented in these local elections. I hope you know that. I look at these hearings, these city council hearings, which I'll talk about in a little bit, and there are no young people. They're all retired. There's nothing wrong with being older. They're wiser. And everybody's in here. My stats got mixed up. So here's a better breakdown of what local government really is. So say our traffic lights are bad. Sorry. Which they are, not gonna lie. Then you would contact your county commissioner. Hold him accountable. Tell him, hey, what's going on here? I can't see at night. And I got rear-ended. That's wrong. You don't like what's happening at school? Contact your school board. It is available at your fingertips. You can email them. But you can also go to a city council hearing. I'm going to share with you before that. These are all the elections. Olivia said there's about 7. Of course, there's the presidential, the federal ones, the Senate, House of Representatives, and the governor. This is state politics. But the one I'm talking about specifically is down here. The mayor, city council, school board, and the judges. Okay? These are the ones that have the most direct impact on you. So, who's in charge? Who is the mayor? And it is Maddie Parker. And I think some people have had the pleasure of meeting her, right? Yeah, for some years. And her priorities are economic development, public safety, education, and workforce opportunities, and preserving the significant. Next, we have city manager Jesus J. Chava, appointed by the city council, and he is the city manager, and he is the first one since I believe his name is Dave. And I could has been in office for like a decade, and he's also the first. Oh, and these are all our representatives. Now, here's another 500-point question. What district are we in? Yeah, in there.
Hey.
Yes, we are.
Are you?
Yes. Did you have a response, or did you just guess? No, as you should be. John. And I want you guys to look at what it's like to be at a congressional hearing. Because basically, you go up there, you get 3 minutes in front of, the representatives and Chapa and Parker to voice your woes, basically. Here's an example. Do I have to turn my moving on for you to hear?
Real quick, this is my notice I got from the water department. This is a scam going on, $400,000 put sewer in for one house. And it's true, I met with the water department today. I've been out there all day today with ours, with Jerry First. He agrees with me 100%. They didn't go through the right procedures, okay? They're done about the right procedure. They didn't notify the neighborhood association. It's got lies on this paper. It's not true. But you know, as well as I do, it's so much easier to get stuff through when you don't let your opposition know. Y'all know that very well too. You push it throughout your opposition, you get by. We were not notified. A lot of people were never, the first notification we got, pipes laying on the ground. That's it. And it says here, they did a petition for notice. It's a lie. But anyway, I left word with the director today. I said, if you stop it now, you respect the citizens. If you don't stop it now, you don't respect us at all. I want to know what you are. Now, the city manager is over the director, Mr. Chapa. This is your job. Make sure these directors do their job out there, but we know that you can't do yours unless Maddie Parker okays it, because your job's to please the mayor. And we control the mayor, but we don't vote. We'll put the same mayor in that took away our free speech. These people think they're in the council meeting, and they're not. We got a joke here. We should be on next week's meeting with the council. We're second-class people, is what we are. Because we're not allowed to be there like we were before Maddie Parker. That gets taken away, and these people don't say a thing about it. It's our First Amendment. I'm glad she did it. It woke me up what kind of world I'm living in. But I got a good one for you, Chopper. Last time I offered you $200 to take 5 questions and get that to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. I want y'all to think a minute. Those kids at that hospital give anything for one day to be normal, to play with these other kids, but they ain't got that. They're terminally ill. And you don't give a damn about them. Because you would took $200 and did the 5 questions if you cared about those kids. I got another one for you, Chopper. You.
Come on. Let's see how long I continue watching. He's really going over there. There's a lot of interesting characters in this congressional hearing, and this actually happened just yesterday. And congressional hearing. You can just look at what the person is saying if you think it should be allowed. You can voice your opinion. It's very accessible. YouTube is something. But I really encourage y'all to go in person. It's not that. Because yeah. So, what now? Okay, my God, you're talking about, you're yapping so much. What is next? Register to vote. How many of you are registered to vote? I know some of you are. Next, register to vote. I am not kidding, y'all. If you register to vote, and you can, you must. You don't understand how long of a history you have. It's not that women couldn't vote. That people's color couldn't vote and grandfather policies and all. Please exercise your right to vote. it took a long time to plan. Now, make a new email. So if you're trying to be more active, making a new email can make it less overwhelming because everything that you are like following and doing can all go in one place. I recommend that. Finding like-minded, maybe you could be the people here right now. You can talk to me, or you can go to Sumner's. I don't know, but yeah, Sumner's they're very important. Or you can just go to Reddit. You can make a community on Reddit. Or someone I know has, and you can find people in the area that just want to be involved just like that. And I really challenge you. It can't always be people doing everything. I really challenge you to join. So please make a community and be inclusive about it. Next, it's a city council meeting. Like I said, drive down there, or watch it live. Really voice your opinion, because if we're not being represented, we're not benefiting from the people who are supposed to serve us. That's literally their job. And who's gonna watch them? If they're corrupt, we're the ones that have to keep up with them. Okay. Next, keep up with local news. Do y'all watch the news? You don't? Right. You do?
Yeah.
What stations do you watch?
I watch a lot of Fox.
Fox. That's good. Next. I read a lot of Fort Worth Report. Yes, Fort Worth Report is really good. But do y'all just stay to one place? Y'all, do you watch NBC every now and then?
Every now and then,
Yeah.
I believe that's today as well.
It's very important to diversify your sources.
I use TikTok as my media.
Okay.
And they're keeping it honest. I know half the room.
There's
Mhm.
nothing wrong with that. You are still being informed, but I do challenge you to expand a little.
Oh
bit.
yeah.
For sure.
I use Instagram.
Instagram is a good place too. Social media is very good, but also, if you just get it from one place, it's very easy for the algorithm to just put you in like a rabbit hole, and that's why I'm always working. And there's a lot of free local news places, and that's how people know this is being happening today. Fort Worth Report. I also really love the Texas Tribune, and it's free. And there's stuff like the Fort Worth Star Telegram and things like that, but there's a paywall, and I'm not trying to do that. I don't think you'll learn either. Now, here's some examples of corrupt individuals that were covered but fell on it. There's a district attorney who rarely prosecutes political crimes. He didn't care that it was happening under him, or I don't know exactly the situation because he was behind a paywall. But it is very important to know about these kinds of people. There are sheriffs who don't want to use body cams. They make a huge deal about it in California, and there's corruption, and that's actually a whole debate that's going on over there. And why is that? We have to question that. And it's up to us to vote for things like that. And of course, this is the 18-year-old that I was talking about in the Houston area. He's very close, and he did not win that case. He had to move schools actually. So, okay, are we awake yet? Because there is an election coming up soon. Did anyone know that? Yes. When is this election, y'all? Y'all know? Want to take a guess? Maybe next month when?
May 3rd.
May 3rd. Did you actually know that?
She was saying it over here.
You should have taken the credit.
So, these are the two representatives who are running for District 8 specific. Okay? There's Chris Nettles, and he's incumbent, I think that's how you say it? Yes. Yes, because that means he was the one serving previously, and he's running again for his position, but she is the challenger, Peyton Jack. So you can take a look at their main priorities are, and I would take their Instagrams down and follow them to see what they're very active in. And actually, Nettles did just have an event where he was speaking directly to the Fort Worth citizens. So I'd really look out for things like that too. You can really get a feel. You can ask those great questions direct. Now, let's give it time, everybody. from, do you have charger? My phone's gonna die. Can I take a look at your phone?
For those of you in the audience, play the code.
The code's not up yet.
Favorite presentation?
Signing.
I'm not winning for you.
You can take the prize if you win.
It's keys, bro.
It's only like.
I gotta get her.
Trick of the Google, you have to be first and you can't be wrong. If you're wrong, if you're not first, you lose. Oh, I know.
I don't know how to join a game. Or just do.
No. Okay.
Live broadcasting is exciting. Ready? All right. Recent fire, highway maintenance, animal control, or trash and recycling? You gotta say red. Like extreme difficult.
Like you're sitting in the room, can you please sit down?
Cam Jackson red, Jake Trump blue, Callan Nels yellow, or square blue. Yeah, there's counting against our Snuggles, Parker Jackson, Jackson, Peyton Jackson. Sorry. When is the early voting for the next election? May 3rd, red. April 16th to 23rd, blue. Yellow. Oh, hey, y'all just pressed it. No, it's like May 3rd. That's what it's early voting. No, you know. Thank you.
Wait,
Okay, wait, can they also
it's my phone. Go and get my car. Yeah. Right. My phone. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
the next year I'll be back in the Kahoot world. No fun.
All right. That is the end for local politics for dummies. What do you think? How do you think it went?
I think Micah did a wonderful job. Very, very engaged with the audience and lots of interactivity. She did a wonderful job.
Yeah, she did a really good job. I really think, especially when she first started, pretending to be like a judge. I don't know his name. The last presenter. Pretending to be a judge and showing us like how it really is. It was really. It opened my eyes. And, like, wow. And then she went on to tell us that story about that kid in Houston. I guess that had to move schools because of his hairstyle. That's
Right.
I didn't.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
because that's the craziest part about politics. Crazy shit like that happens all the time, and you don't really know about it until someone tells you or you find it somehow, you know. But she did a wonderful job hooking the audience with that little like play-by-play with the previous presenter, which is really cool. Like getting the previous presenter on it too. Even made him a little insecure.
Yeah.
And I get that. I would be insecure too if someone started brushing my hair like that. But no, honestly, these two presentations have been pretty great. This last one, it blew me out of the water. I was not expecting that.
I wonder if we can get her in just for like a question or two. But yeah, she did a really good job. She did a really good job with her presentation. Had a little technical difficulties here and there, but really did a really good job on the presentation.
Yeah, no, she did a great job.
Comm majors.
Maybe we can get her.
Maybe we can get her.
1, 2, 3.
Sit down right here. That way she's.
You can have my seat. You can talk to her.
Send that.
Hey, Mike, can you get for 1 second on the stream? I'm sorry.
So everyone, this is Micah. She did the local politics for dummies. So how do you think you did in your presentation?
If the coop was working, I would say it was perfect. I felt confident. I was really scared the whole time. I kind of wish I had more time to research, and I think I will be doing this again. I did good for what time I had.
And really good hook. What made you want to come up with that hook at the start of the presentation?
I was following that court case. I was like, why could a judge focus so much on like a high school boy's like hair, and it's inherently like all of it. It was just kind of racist, and I just hated it. If y'all want to look into it, it was about they were violating the Crown Act, and his name is Daryl George. So if you want to look into that court case, I encourage you to. I really encourage people to speak against things that they don't believe in. So.
Thank you so much again.
Yes.
Really good presentation.
Oh, thank you so much. It would have been perfect with the coop, but Thanks, guys.
All right, guys, it's going to be the end of the UCD stream.
Thank you so much for participating.
I was Chris.